right, you do need to know Santa Clarita. It is the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John on AM-1220 KHTS, Santa Clarita's hometown station. And Doug is not here.
Yay.
We have our Mr. Sports, Kier Chapman. Kier, glad you're here. Otherwise, it would be just the John show, which is not a bad idea.
I mean, that'd be like, I think you'd be really into that. I don't know how much everyone else would like that, but you'd be into it.
It'd be a little scary to let everybody in.
Yeah, that's true.
But, we don't know where Doug is, so once again, we're going to have a contest today. If you see Doug out about in Santa Clarita somewhere and you tag him and you tweet me a picture with you and Doug, you will win a free prize.
It's like, where in the world is
we have
Matt Lauer?
We have absolutely no prizes to give away, but you'll get a free prize. It won't be worth
free.
anything.
Yeah, it's like a pat on the back.
Yeah, that's a prize. It's a free prize.
Something.
It's from a legal standpoint, I think we're fine.
Okay, cool.
So I was thinking, with all the bad news today, you're young.
I am.
You're in the millennial thing. Okay,
Yeah.
We're not going to rag on millennials like they did last time, because you didn't even have a response to that one.
Are you kidding me? I was back and forth with you.
For a while.
For a long time.
But there are certain things about millennials that I do kind of enjoy, and I see a lot of people do, that's kind of stick your head in the sand a lot.
You enjoy that?
People don't pay attention to things. If you
Is
think
this like a facetious enjoyment, or like you actually enjoy it?
Look. There was a shooting at Pennsylvania Avenue, the White House complex today. We're not sure exactly where or when. That guy was shot, and the Secret Service were involved, and there's tweets going out, going, everybody's safe, and but we can't tell you where anybody is because it's it's our protocol. Yeah. And then there's the whole Egyptian Air thing. Was it terrorism? Was it not terrorism? Horrible tragedy, plane crash, and sometimes it's kind of like good to stick your head in the sand and not pay attention to all those things.
It's relaxing. It's like, it's not happening directly to me.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Like,
see,
nice,
that's a millennial thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect me. Who cares?
Right. Why should I worry about things that
I don't think
me?
it's not necessarily
or like
a bad
in my
thing.
general vicinity.
It's not a bad thing.
Good.
But then why are you guys so concerned about the environment?
Because I live in the environment. The environment's all around me all the time.
I'm catching on.
Yeah.
So
I'm here to teach you. I'll be your millennial guide.
My millennial guide.
Yeah.
That's what I need. I need to life through the eyes of a millennial. Wow, that should be like a movie.
You just gave me like another segment to come on and do at this point.
I know. We will now we have Mr. Sports and Mr.
Millennial.
Can we call you Mr. Millennial? No, that's sexist.
That's
sexist.
But
we can't do that.
Wait, why? Why is that sexist?
Because it's Mr. Maybe we should call you just
I self-identify as a male.
How about
you can call me Mr. That's
how about
okay.
millennial person?
Oh, that's true. So you're like in the broader scope.
Yes,
but how can I be Mr. Sports?
Oh yeah, good point. What are you going to be then?
Just keep it simple.
Just call it sports and millennial stuff. Okay, all right, that's simple.
You've ruined my nickname.
Yeah, no, you ruined your nickname. All right, you've been listening to Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John and Kier. Sorry. On AM-1220 KHTS, Santa Clarita's hometown station. We are back after this. All right, I'm not going to say you need to know because you should be here because you do know, and therefore it's easy. It's redundant. All right, you listen to Gazette Radio Hour. That was a shout out to Doug. The Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John, a special guest Kier, and our extra special guest Melissa Lambert, who is. You told me what you were before.
Yeah, I am the director of SEO content.
And that means that you just know what's going on in Santa Clarita, right?
Not really, no.
Okay.
It means that I'm going to be writing feature stories and helping with SEO, which is search engine optimization. So
very cool. So it's all website, which is hometownstation.com.
Yep, hometownstation.com.
Nice. Very cool. See the segue?
Yeah,
that was good. So what's going on in Santa Clarita?
Well, on Monday, thousands of bike racing fans were in Old Town Newhall for the Amgen Tour of California Stage 2 finish. Yep. And Benjamin King, riding for the U.S. Cannondale Pro Cycling Team, crossed the finish line first at 3:52 p.m. So there was tons of people in Newhall watching that, and there was the festival going on beforehand.
There were tons of people watching it, and there were tons of people caught in the traffic. I was at home. I was working from home that day and was watching it. I'm going, I know where they are. It was fascinating because those guys broke out to like a 7-minute lead, and the next 2 hours were spent by the big pack trying to chase them down. And I think they got within like 30 seconds at the finish. So there's like 500 or 600, the big pack, the hundreds of bicyclers, and then like the 3 guys out front.
Yeah,
Peloton.
I did see that.
That's what they call it, the Peloton, and the chasers. And it was kind of exciting.
Yeah, it was very exciting. It was my first time being in Newhall for that, and it was exciting. There was lots of people, energy, music. Yeah.
Did they start off from Newhall? Do you know? I don't know. They started the next morning.
They started in Pasadena, and then the finish was here in Newhall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. That's always good for downtown Newhall. Can't be that bad. It's horrible for traffic, though.
No.
Maybe they should have them arrive, I don't know, like 7 o'clock.
Now, was it
night.
on this main street?
Yeah, it was right.
Yes, this is
the finish
really
was down.
small
No, the
street.
finish was down by the library.
Oh, okay.
The finish line was right across from the library.
Right.
They came down Lions because I was watching on TV and I saw the helicopter. I was like, oh, I know where that is. Look, I've eaten there. Yeah, it's kind of neat. But after a while, you're like, traffic must have been snarled. It was around 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, traffic was pretty bad when I was leaving the station that day. But it was worth it. Worth it to have such an amazing thing come to Santa Clarita, I feel like.
I thought it was kind of neat. So what else is going on?
So there has been a black bear that has been sighted at least 3 times. People believe it's the same bear in the Canyon Country area of, let's see.
I think it's probably up in Sand Canyon, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. I mean, coming from like whatever the mountains, like the Angeles.
Yeah,
around
Sand Canyon area.
Sand Canyon and the golf course.
Yeah, Robinson Ranch, the golf course.
I mean, what do you expect when you build homes in mountains? Like, bears aren't going to come down?
Well,
they live there. That's their home. That's their home.
It's also one of those things with a drought.
Yeah, exactly. They're looking for water.
They come looking for water.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, but sure, it wasn't here's a shout out for Golden Valley. My daughter goes there. It's a grizzly bear. See what I just did there? See what I did?
You're really good at segues today.
That was, so far I'm like 2 for 2.
Yeah, not bad.
That's not bad. That's pretty scary though, because what would you do when you see a bear? Do you climb a tree? Do you play dead?
They can climb trees.
Do you run? You can't outrun them. They run like 60 miles an hour.
No, I would just mess with them at all. I just kind of walk away.
Go the other.
Yeah, just go the other direction. I don't think they're looking to hunt you.
I don't know.
We do actually have a list of tips, safety tips of what you should do if you encounter a bear by the National Park Service, I believe. We have that on our website.
Surrender the picnic basket is probably number 1. Wrong bear. Oosh, that's scary. That's scary. Can you imagine waking up and seeing a bear outside?
I mean, I just want to go outside. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know what I'm doing today, and it's not going.
I would use my thumbs to open the door.
Yeah, it was actually 2 motorists that saw the bear for the second time after it was reported last week. So they were driving in their cars when they saw him.
Okay, so they could just drive away. So
yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, what else you got?
So next, a suspected flasher accused of almost a dozen cases of indecent exposure was arrested and pleaded not guilty in court this week. Christopher J. Williams.
Not guilty.
Yeah, he pleaded not guilty to 11 misdemeanor counts of indecent exposure.
I don't.
That's and that was all the Villa Metro thing, right?
Yeah, it was in the Villa Metro area. There was a string of reports in that area, and when the most recent report came in, the sheriff's deputies responded to the area. He matched the description of the string of reports, so they looked into that. He was arrested, and they charged him with 11 counts.
Wow, that's just scary. At least it's an ongoing thing.
Yeah,
that is a little disturbing.
What makes you want to do that 11 times?
Oh, we decided it was mental illness.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
There's no other description for it. And the not guilty plea, I know Doug would sit here and go, how could he plead not guilty? He was guilty. He pleads not guilty, and then they cut a deal, and it's part of the system, and it's how it works out.
It's a good thing we have a lawyer here.
So, yeah, I know. It's frustrating. But anyway, so what else you got?
So next up, the 2016 Country Showdown is beginning, and KHTS is actually looking for the next country music star from Santa Clarita.
John, what do you have? What do you have for country-wise? Where's your vocal range?
You know, I got nothing. I couldn't even improv singing country.
You couldn't? What?
No.
Really? Can you play like a banjo? I could see you holding a banjo.
I would love to be able to play
the Country Bears.
I would love to be able to play the banjo. The banjo playing would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I just don't see it happening. No. Is the lineup set for that? Or suppose people are interested. Suppose somebody.
Yeah, we're actually looking right now. KHTS is looking for a local person to represent Santa Clarita, and interested applicants can actually go on our website, hometownstation.com, and get in touch with us to find out how to register.
That's kind of neat. I mean, and last year you guys sponsored somebody into this contest, right?
Yeah, actually several times over the last 4 years, KHTS has sent a finalist every year to the championship in Nashville, Tennessee. So that's actually pretty unheard of in the competition's history. And
is it just Santa Clarita's, or is it like a?
Right, that's what I was wondering. Also, like, where does the competition come from? Like all over LA and Southern California, or just in this area?
I believe that it's a national competition.
Oh, so it's a national competition.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
That's kind of neat because I mean, and you get to go to Nashville. That's probably worth something. Sure. You've got some talent. Don't you have the pipes? You could.
I'm more of a drummer. I'm more of a percussionist.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room for country drummers.
No, they have drummers there.
Yeah, it's not.
It's just not me.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not a.
No.
Nah, no.
No.
But if anybody's
put-
interested in that information, they can get it on hometownstation.com, right?
Yes, they
See how
can.
easy that was?
Look at your segues. Just
All right.
on,
I know.
on
Segues
point.
are just, I've been practicing. Well, thanks, Melissa, unless you got something else.
No, that's about all I have.
Great. That's about all that's going on this week, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a quiet week. All right.
Thanks
well,
so much for having me.
No problem. We'll see you next week.
See you next
Melissa
week.
Lambert, the whatever she is. Real important person at the station. How's that?
Director of SEO content.
Okay, there you go. I'll write that down. All right. See, you can stick your head in the sand and forget all that stuff, right? You know.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't even need to. I kind of just blew over my head anyway.
Blew over your head anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, besides the flasher one was kind of pretty important. Like that's pretty big.
Yeah, that's a little scary. That's a little scary. So, okay, but wait a minute. Let's suppose.
Let's do
let's
that.
suppose for a second
do
that
it.
that I guess your worst case scenario would be Donald Trump gets elected.
Right. That is my worst case scenario.
Now, I can understand that being the worst case scenario.
Good.
But at the same time, would it be that bad?
I don't necessarily know because I haven't really noticed any candidate, like any actual president in recent history, actually making huge changes that have affected me all that much. I haven't really been affected by any of the changes that have been made, so I don't know if Trump would make any large, like sweeping changes.
Well, I wonder if everybody else in Santa Clarita feels that way, and if you would have read the Gazette Classified, which you did, of course. Lee Barntham, Lee, do you want to be like super duper reporter for the Gazette? And you need a title, not just contributor.
I would say that
Ace reporter.
I would say that contributor diminishes my abilities. Yes.
That's exactly. I mean, you do more than just contribute. The main, the steam for the engine, baby.
I prefer lead. How about lead reporter? How about lead writer? How about
done? Lead reporter works perfectly.
How about reason the Signal doesn't have a chance to.
Well, yeah.
Take over the Gazette. Okay.
Well, there's that too. But congratulations, you just got a promotion. With all the power that I can grant upon you, you are now the lead reporter for the Santa Clarita Gazette and Free Classified. How's that?
I think that's going to be fine.
You don't really get a raise, you know that, right?
I was going to say I don't think I really even need more money for that.
No, you can just put it wherever on your business card if you want. You might be able to get a free beer out of it. So I read your article this week. About how Donald Trump is affecting things locally. People are kind of. We were talking off the air. This is almost like remember Jesse the Body Ventura, the wrestler?
Of course.
He got elected governor of Minnesota, and things fell apart for a while. Do you remember Arnold Schwarzenegger? Governor Schwarzenegger, things kind of fell apart for a while. It's almost like a bad joke that's coming into fruition. Is that the way people perceive it out there?
Well, first of all, you also have Al Franken, senator from Minnesota, and he's still in power.
He's still in power.
So,
yeah.
It's not all bad all the time.
Well, Ronald Reagan was truly an actor before he became governor. I get all that, but do you think Trump is which category does Trump fall into?
Evil genius.
Evil genius.
How about evil genius? You like that one?
Yeah.
I like that. I mean, it depends on how evil and what the evil's directed at.
Well, I'm saying evil genius kind of flippantly and as a cliche, but the fact is there's people who I've spoken to in the past who find Trump incredibly intelligent and usually about 6 or 7 steps ahead of everybody else. And the way he has succeeded throughout all the Republican primaries indicates to me that he really does have his finger on some sort of American pulse of dissatisfaction that he was able to capitalize as well as he has. Now, in this area, we don't have we have more traditional Republican people. We have more spiritual and religious Republicans. We do not have a lot of people who are fed up with everything about the government and want a complete change.
Yeah.
So Trump suffers a little bit here. Especially among the Republicans.
But is it? I mean, it's not going to matter.
In this state, it's not going to matter.
Yeah,
no, California hasn't gone red since 1988. They're not going to go red this time either.
Exactly.
It's going to be blue. But there are plenty of states out there that are in play, like Pennsylvania, like Florida, like Virginia, like Ohio, like Michigan, like Wisconsin, that Trump may do something there. Yeah.
He could actually put New York into play. That's the rumors I've been hearing.
He's from New York. That's a very good point. Clinton only was a carpetbagger in representing New York. She never lived there. She wasn't born there.
Yeah.
So that's a good point. But in California, Trump is going to lose. But what about down the ballot?
The coattails.
Are people going to show right? What kind of coattails is he going to have? Is he going to get people like the Moffats, who align themselves with Trump, to get out and vote and maybe defeat their opponents, either Steve Knight or whoever is going to be the Democrat, Jonathan Ervin, whoever in the Senate?
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Senate race, or are they going to falter and Steve Knight's going to be reelected and whoever the main Republican is in the state Senate race, his name escapes right now.
No, Scott Wilk.
Maybe that person is. It's hard to know.
Yeah, I don't know whether he's going to have coattails, and he may have. And it's a point that I think you brought out in your article. He may have reverse coattails to a certain extent.
I think that's true. The Republicans are basically saying, okay, we'll support the nominee, but we don't like it. And hell, even Joe Messina went as far as to say, my feeling is you can tell President Hillary.
Yeah.
Which no Republican is going to like.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No matter how much you feel about Trump, you won't like Hillary Clinton as president. You don't like Barack Obama as president. You're not going to like Hillary Clinton as president either. Democrats out here, meanwhile, saying, ha, 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 we love it. This is great. This is joyful. This is wonderful. Trump's going to get the party destroyed. The Democrats are going to sweep through. And that's not necessarily true either.
Until I saw something the other day that's of course until Hillary gets indicted. And I'm like, my gosh, again. We're back to that.
As I've said before, I believe she should be. I don't think she will be.
Right. Well, I heard it was something very much along the lines of the FBI, to the Justice Department, or to the Attorney General, indict Hillary or we're done. And and I'm like, oh, come on, this is a recap of Watergate and all kinds of stuff. It's like, come on, people, if it's an important issue, and I think it is, and she should be indicted, indict her, and let's move along. And get the facts out so everybody can make a legitimate decision one way or the other.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it's and the problem is, you're a great person to ask, because I was thinking about this the other day. The Clintons, when Bill Clinton ran for president, and it had the whole Monica Lewinsky thing, which nobody likes to talk about because I'm not sure exactly why. It was a legitimate issue. It was a legitimate thing. Right. I mean, it called into question the credibility of our president. That's important. Okay.
I agree.
But it was like a Teflon thing. Does Donald Trump, because he's got all this ammunition against this candidate, does he have the ability? I mean, does he have the is there a danger of overkill? He's going to pound her on the emails. He's going to pound her on Benghazi. He's going to pound her on her husband and all his sexual picadillos and all the other issues. Aren't people just going to go, oh my gosh, enough, stop beating up on this lady, and feel sympathetic towards Hillary somehow?
I think there will be some people, especially Hillary supporters, who will think that. But as you know, Hillary comes with an extreme amount of baggage. Number one, and this is in no particular order, number one, she didn't divorce Bill Clinton, as a lot of women would have divorced their men if their men were caught philandering like that.
Right.
Number two, she is widely perceived as arrogant, ambitious, and a flip-flopper, one who will vote because this is the way the people are going at this moment.
Yeah.
Now, some people will say that is a positive thing because she's reflecting the will of the people. Okay, that's a valid point, but a lot of people will say, well, make up your mind and stick to it. Number three, she can throw some of what Trump wants to say about her back at him, because Trump has people now coming forward and saying he's a what's the word I'm looking for?
A philanderer.
He's not a philanderer, but he does harass women.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
that could backfire. But you can take us back to Bush Kerry.
Yeah.
Bush was able to take Kerry's Vietnam record and use it against him, which was brilliant.
Oh yeah.
Kerry should have just kept saying, where are the weapons of mass destruction? Where are the weapons of mass destruction?
Right.
Where are the weapons of mass destruction? And I believe the election may have been different. Trump doesn't have a clear path, but if he plays up his "I'm an outsider, I will do things differently," a lot of people are going to go for it and like it, even though he hasn't demonstrated any real policy knowledge as Hillary Clinton has.
Right.
And some of his things he wants to do just sound like we're in a bizarro world.
Yeah. No, you're right.
You know, build a wall and have Mexico pay for it. That doesn't make sense. That can't possibly happen, right?
No.
Ban all Muslims from entering the country. That sounds like 1945, 1942,
Wait a minute.
And putting all the Japanese Americans into camps.
No.
It doesn't. It's bizarro. It doesn't.
Wait a minute. This is my pet peeve.
All right, what do you got here, John?
You guys in the press. The comment was, we should ban all Muslims from entering the country, especially the refugees, until we figure out what we're doing. It wasn't banned forever. It wasn't. They don't like us very much, and we don't know who they are. We should look into this. And he advocated taking a break from allowing people to enter the country, especially the whole refugee situation, and come up with a system so we can do some background checks and figure out what's going on.
We let other people into the country pretty easily.
And we shouldn't. That's also a very good point.
Then why was it specifically Muslims?
Because they were sending 400,000, I think what it was, refugees all at once. Mm-hmm. The Syrian refugees that were all 27-year-old males for some reason, the propensity of them. There was no wives or kids or anything. It was kind of weird. But take a break and do a little bit of background check. Are we opening the door? I don't have a problem. He was preaching being cautious. So there's my pet peeve. Lee just kind of hit on it. But you're right. The way he comes across, we were talking earlier, he's the unfiltered president.
And you make a very good point by pointing out, reading between the lines with Trump. Because people don't do that, and he's not doing it clearly enough. You know, his wall thing is really more about, we need to fix the immigration problems.
Right.
He's not saying ban all Mexicans, because not all Mexicans, of course, are criminals and rapists and drug dealers.
Right. I don't think.
But he speaks like a reality TV host.
Yep. Right. He speaks perfectly for the liberal press. Press members who are liberal. I won't go liberal press.
Come on.
He speaks in sound bites.
He's a celebrity.
He speaks in sound bites.
He speaks in sound bites, and in Santa Clarita, that doesn't fly. That doesn't play. Ted Cruz flies. Ted Cruz plays better than Donald Trump.
Yeah, I can see that.
People are going to, if you're a Republican, you're going to pick Trump because he's the lesser of the two evils in your mind, and the Democrats will look at it the other way. Democrats are just positively giddy at the idea of Trump topping the ticket because it's going to affect the other races. Now, I'm not saying, and neither are these people, saying that Steve Knight's going to lose.
Right.
They're not saying that Donde Acosta is now going to lose because he's a Republican and Trump's at the top of the ticket. It puts these seats in play.
Yeah, a lot more than it would be.
Which is unusual.
Yeah.
And now we see what the candidates want to do. The Moffats want to align themselves with Trump. Don't know about Dante because he wasn't able to talk to me. He was too busy during the week.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. It's fascinating. But then again, everything about this race has been fascinating.
Do you see
I will say one more thing about California. Though. I think we're very lucky in that we have a state that's going to go one way or the other. Okay, so because it's going to always go one party, we get spared the barrage of attack ads and commercials that other states like Ohio get every single election cycle.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. As a member of the Santa Clarita Gazette and Free Classified, who has the ability to provide to its multitude of readers very good coverage for political ads. Wouldn't you want more political ads, Lee? Come on.
No, I'm talking about TV and radio.
Oh, the TV and radio. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. Although I'm sure that KHTS would also benefit from political ads. I'm just throwing that out there.
Well, if KHTS, if people want to buy ads, you can have local people buy ads.
Oh, absolutely.
And say don't vote for Trump or vote for Clinton or vote for this candidate or that candidate, but the stuff that the national media covers, we're not going to get those ads like they do in other states.
Yeah, we're not going to get anything.
Which is great.
Do you think it's just as crazy on the Democratic side with the whole Bernie thing? Or is it already in the bag?
Isn't it funny how now we're getting Bernie supporters getting as violent as Trump supporters?
Yeah. I thought that was kind of interesting.
To answer your question, the race is over.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what people may not realize is just because you get a majority in any one state, as Sanders has gotten a number of times, you're not getting all the delegates.
You're not getting all the delegates. And then there's the super delegates.
This is not an election where it's winner take all.
Yeah.
So Sanders can trumpet the fact that he's won this state and this state and this state, but he gets what, 10, 15 more delegates than Clinton?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When we get to California June 7th, it doesn't matter who's going to win, because I believe Clinton will get enough delegates
Right.
And so that makes the convention academic, unless the Sanders people want to get in there and demand that the platform
we can only
be
hope
a little
they do.
bit more to the left.
We can only hope they do. It'll be fun. All right, Lee, you're going to have to keep us updated. You know that, right?
Yes, that's my job.
All right, good. Thanks, Lee Bartham, lead reporter for the Santa Clarita Gazette and Free Classified. How's that?
Did you clear that with Doug to give him?
No, doesn't
nice.
matter.
Good. Good call.
There you go. All right, Lee, thanks very much. We'll talk to you soon.
Glad to do it. Thanks.
All right. You listen to the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John on AM-1220 KHTS, Santa Cruz hometown station. Special guest, Kier Chapman.